Today we are going to be scraping skis, scraping glide wax off your skis. We're doing this one. So what you're going to need is an apron and some gloves to keep the wax off you, not mandatory. And then a groove scraper, a regular scraper, and 2 brushes. And the best 2 to use are a metal brush and a nylon brush. Alright, we start with groove scraping. So most skis will have 1 groove, some will have 2, which is difficult, but for 1 groove ski, use the thicker part of the groove scraper, and you just start at the top, push it all the way down. You can put your hand over it so you don't get wax in your eye. And then you can turn it to the side and go again to get the pieces out of the sides. Now if you happen to have 2 grooves on your ski, just use the smaller side of the groove scraper. And then you scrape the edges of your skis. You can either use the groove scraper like this, just run it down the edge. And the other side. Or you can use the short side of the scraper and run that down the edge to scrape the edges. Alright, you take your scraper and you put your thumbs on the back side and your fingers in front, and you're going to hold it. Make sure as you go down the ski it's even pressure with both hands. So you start at the tip of the ski, go to the tail, and you can do 1 long pass to start, just to get most of the wax off, and then you can go in shorter passes until all the wax is off. And you will know when all the wax is off when either you're no longer getting wax off or you can see the base again, kind of the glow of the base. And as you can see, sometimes I'm wiping the wax off the scraper like that just so it gets out of my way as I keep going. Once the ski is completely scraped, we're going to use brushes to get the last remaining wax out of the base. So you're going to want to start with a metal brush for the first pass, and most metal brushes are marked with an arrow of which direction to go. Make sure you follow that arrow on the metal brush. So you can put your hand through the strap, hold the brush. Again, we're going tip to tail, and you can just go pushing down in short passes. I usually do, 5 to 10 in sections until you can see you're not getting as much wax out of the base after each pass. You want to make sure you're putting the brush straight and not sideways or, straight. After you use the metal brush, we'll switch to the nylon brush. The bristles don't matter if you're going one direction or the other, so you don't have to pick a certain direction. But same thing, tip to tail, if you're trying to get all the fine wax particles out. And you can go back and forth on these 2. And you'll see after you're using this brush, the base is going to start to get nice and shiny, meaning all the wax is out.
You don't want to go back and forth on a metal brush, right?
No, you cannot go back and forth on a metal brush. Now your ski is ready to use.